Hello, and welcome to Miss Phillips Firefly's first grade class. I am Emily Phillips, and this is my fifth year here at Maxwell Elementary School. I'm excited to get to know all of you even more, and we're already off to a great school year. So I'm actually from a really small town called Wadley, Georgia. I attended a small high school there or a small school there where my mom was actually my kindergarten teacher. So I've always wanted to be a teacher just like her. So here I am, kind of living my dream. I went to college at Georgia Southern University and I graduated with my bachelor's. I will be getting my master's very soon. So this year we're going to use an app called Remind. So you can download that on any tablet or phone that you may have, or you could just send a text to the number on the screen and then type that message. So just make sure that whenever you do that you put the two L's at the end. So at Miss E Phil. And it should prompt you with the directions to my class Remind page. So be sure to check that out so you can get all of the reminders I send out. So our daily schedule, I'll go over this quickly. It's pretty self-explanatory. From 7:50 to 8, we eat breakfast and we do our morning work, unpack. 8 to 8:15, we'll watch Max TV and kind of get ready for the day. From 8:15 to 8:30, we'll do character ed, which is positive action, learning how to make positive choices throughout our day. So from 8:30 to 9:45 is when we do reading groups. This is actually when we break into small groups, and based on students' levels of reading and sight words and comprehension and things like that, they actually may get pulled to go with other teachers. So make sure to ask your child who he or she works with for reading. Some may be me, and some may be the other ladies that work with them. From 9:50 to 11:05, we do activity, which I'll talk about in just a minute. From 11:05 to 11:25, we come back. We have a little bit of time before lunch, and we do a couple movement songs and things like that. From 11:25 to 11:55, we eat our lunch. From 11:55 to 12:45, we do our math, which includes our math facts, of course, and any other math standard that we are learning that week. From 12:45 to 1:05, we do social studies and science. From 1:05 to 1:40, we do phonics, which is the letters and the sounds they make. And also in first grade, we get into detail about diphthongs and digraphs and R controlled, and you'll be learning about all of that, I'm sure. So from 1:45 to 2:55, we do our second reading groups, which is just another rotation. And we actually do something called the weekly five, where by the end of the week, they will have gone to 5 centers. And in those centers, they include reading comprehension, writing, spelling words, computer time, and sight word practice. So they get a lot of individual and group work during that week based on reading and comprehension. And then, of course, 3:00 we dismiss. So I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Several of you have already sent in money for ice cream for your kids. I ask that you be sure to give or put the dollar in their notebook. Everybody should have a zipper pouch. Please, please, please. I cannot be responsible if your child loses it on the bus or on the way into school. That is very important that you make sure that it goes inside of that zipper pouch so I can check every morning and pull it out to ensure that they get to choose the ice cream and get the ice cream that they want. So we will start Wednesday folders next week. There are 2 pockets. There is a return to school side and there is a keep at home side. It is kind of self-explanatory, but let me go over it really quickly. The things that say keep at home, please do so. That folder will get pretty full, so everything that we do at school, you need to take out and keep at home. Also, I recommend sitting down with your little ones and kind of going over the folder and looking through some of the work. The side that says return to school, those are going to be tests. So any tests that we take, and tests usually happen on Friday, so any tests that we take will be graded and put into that pocket. Make sure that they come back to school. Do not mark up on them or anything. We have to keep those for our records. So I would greatly appreciate that. Additionally, on the very front of these Wednesday folders, there is a little pouch, and inside of that pouch will be a form. If you will just pull that out, date and sign every single week, and then put it back in there, and then send it back to school, we will get it ready and packed up for the next Wednesday. So always make sure to send that back the following day, so that next Thursday. All right, we will also have a monthly calendar. I will begin doing this in September. So this calendar will include test dates, birthdays, holidays, any special events we may have in our class. It'll have the activity schedule down at the bottom of each day, and also any other important dates. So just be looking out for that. It will be in their notebooks, and it will be in a little clear pouch. So if you'll just leave that in there, I'll change it out every month, and we'll be good to go. All right. Also, our activity schedule, as I mentioned, is going to be on that calendar, but it's going to be coded. So if there is an A at the bottom of the day, then we're going to art. If there is a B at the bottom of the day, we're going to PE, which means that we need the children to wear tennis shoes. If it has a C, we're going to music. And if it has a D, we're going to technology. All right, so for reading groups, reading levels range from A to 6. In first grade, we're looking about from, C to hopefully 2 by the end of the year. So as you see here, we have the letters of the alphabet all the way to J, and then it turns to the number 2. So in kindergarten, your kids, most of them started learning with A, B, and C levels. And so whenever they come to first grade, they should be around a C level. If not, we're working towards making sure that we can get them there. By the end of the year, they must pass level 2, though. These are differentiated, these groups. And so, as I said, your child may get pulled for that and go with another teacher for that. So ask he or she who she goes with or who they go with, so that you can watch their video after this to meet them and learn more about their reading groups. So our teachers include Miss Moore, Miss Bitterman, and Miss Green. So if you're not sure who your child goes with and they can't seem to tell you, you feel free to call me and I can let you know. All right, accelerated reader. This is something that we will not start until your child has read and passed level F in reading group. So it is just when they take a quiz on the computer over a book that they have chosen from the library. So more of this will go into detail about it once your child gets to that level, and I will send some information home about that. So promotion requirements for reading. You have to pass your running record, and then you have to pass 2 more areas of you have to pass 2 more areas of the of the reading criteria. So the first area is the running record, which is a non-negotiable, must be passed. The child must read and be able to answer questions of level 2. So kind of going back to the reading group slide, we kind of talked about, we start at A, we go all the way through J, and then after J comes 2. So that's where they have to go meet to be able to go to second grade. So for the BLT, which is it's a test in which points are given for recognition of like first name, last name, colors, shapes, different things like that. So if you've never heard of it, that's what that is. It's also based on letters and letter sounds and letter recognition. Sight words are a big part of that, so definitely drill those at home. So by the end of the year, they will have to have a 46. Star reading is a computer test in which they have to read the question and the answers, and it's a multiple choice, so they have to choose the best answer. It is a difficult test for them at the beginning of the year, but by the end of the year, we should have about a 1.7. And if you're looking at that score, what that means is a 1 stands for first grade, and the 7 stands for the 7th month. So that is the level that they should be at by the end of the first grade. And our cumulative test, which is something that happens way in the future at the end of the year, it is a cumulative test over everything that we have learned in reading and ELA. So it's a pretty big test, and they have to have a minimum of a 70% score out of 100 to pass for that to be part of their promotion. All right, then we're moving on to promotion requirements for math. You need 2 of the 4 areas. So here are the 4 areas. They're math facts, which is addition and subtraction. It has to be at least a 70 or higher on both. It cannot just be one. Star Math, another computer test. However, this one actually reads to them. Must be, again, first grade, 7th month. So it must be a 1.7. And again, a cumulative test will be at the end of the year, and they have to score a minimum of 70%. And that will be over everything we have learned that school year in math. So lastly, this is the standards-based report card, which comes home every 9 weeks. So your child will need to have a 3, which I will explain in just a second, will need to have a 3, which means that they have met the standard on 9 of the 11 by the end of the year. So in first grade, we learn 11 standards. All right, moving on, our discipline plan, our classroom rules are the same as our school rules. So be kind, be safe, and be responsible. We have a clip chart, and so if they do not follow rules, they clip down or clip up based on their behavior. So I'll explain that in the next slide. Also, parent behavior notes. There will be notes sent home to children that have been in trouble. So be sure to check their notebook in the afternoons and see how their day was. So for the clip chart, they start on green, which means they're ready to learn. And throughout the day, they have the opportunity to clip up to great day, which is blue, outstanding day, which is purple, or clip down. Think about your choices, which is red or yellow, and parent contact, which is red. So something that I do that not all teachers do is during the day, if they clip down, say in the morning, they get the opportunity to clip back up. Later on, they get the opportunity to clip back up later on in the day based on their behavior. So Max's Den is a resource room for the parents, and it's in the media center. So if you would like me to go and pick out some things that you think your child would benefit from some extra practice, just let me know, and I will be sure to do that. Report cards, like I mentioned, they're standards based. They go home every 9 weeks, and your child will be graded on a number scale, so a rubric scale. So it'll be a 1, a 2, or a 3. 1 meaning it is not yet mastered. The standard is not yet mastered. 2 being that they are progressing towards the standard, so they're getting there. And 3 means that they mastered it, that they got it all the way. All right. Agenda books and homework means please check those books every night. I cannot stress this enough. Your child's homework will be in there. Any notes that I have will be in there. And also stickers. They get stickers if they get their notebook signed. So you'll notice those stickers on the back or the front of their notebook. They get really excited and it's fun. So please be sure to check those notebooks every single night. All right, I'm almost through. A couple more things. Homework, 30 to 35 minutes a night. Make sure you're doing those math facts worksheets, 2 minutes timed. Study those sight words. I have them in the notebook as well. Study your spelling words. They will start next week. And make sure you read that library book. If you would like your child to do some additional work once they get home, you are allowed to get onto iReady with them and let them do a reading or math lesson there. So this next slide is going to kind of tell you how you do that. If you do want to do that, just go ahead and pause, take a picture of this, and I will link this down below so you can click right on it and view it again. So this is what you do if you want your child to be on iReady at home. All right. And last but not least, thank you for watching my video. If you're watching this, you found my class webpage, so that's one way to contact me. You also may email me. My cell number is here. Most of you have it. And my school, and then the school number is here, of course. Also, our class has a Facebook page. It is called Emily Phillips Class, and there will be a little picture of me. Feel free to go and find it and follow along, as I will be posting some fun things that we do throughout the year and holiday parties and things like that. So thank you for joining, and thank you for watching it. And if you have any questions at all or any concerns, please contact me. I am here for not only you, but for your students and the whole family. I'm here for everybody. So as I tell my kids, our class is a family. We all love each other, and we're all there for each other. So just like that, just like I'm there for them, I'm there for you, and I'm here to help in any way that I can. So I know that was a lot of information, so information overload, but I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to a great year in first grade. Thank you.